Hi, Dr. Deepika.
Hi, finally I could join.
Yes, yes. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay. So I was just giving a very brief introduction about yourself. So first of all, welcome to Mama Couture Live. Thank you for joining us and our audience today. We're really excited to have experts like yourself join us. So please introduce yourself if you can briefly, and then we'll start with the session. Actually.
Yeah. So thanks for having me here. So I am a lactation consultant, Lamaze childbirth educator, and women's health physio, and practicing in this women's health field for past 15 years, helped more than 5,000 couples throughout the pregnancy journey, as well as throughout the postnatal for the breastfeeding session. And this pregnancy and the postnatal, it required lots of mental as well as the physical preparation, because nowadays our lifestyle is that okay, mama is an IT person sitting throughout the desk, okay, and she thinks, okay, now I've conceived and I will go for normal delivery. That's not possible. You
Right.
have to prepare yourself via physical preparation means of your body.
Sure,
So
sure.
that means throughout the pregnancy, you can prepare your body while doing pregnancy exercise session. Then you can prepare yourself mentally via doing Lamaze or the birthing labor preparation session.
Okay.
Ultimately, it has been seen a mom would prepare herself throughout the pregnancy, for example, 28 week onwards. If she attend a pregnancy lactation session or the breastfeeding session,
Okay.
she is able to do much better than once the baby is there with them, actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
mental and the physical preparation is important. So
Okay.
now we are celebrating breastfeeding week. I'm so happy to have like on this platform to solve all queries of new moms or the pregnant moms who have just conceived
Wonderful.
and thinking what gonna happen. There might be so many questions in your
Questions.
mind, like,
Right.
right? So you're
Yes,
saying
yes.
breastfeeding and the moms who have delivered just now, I can understand being mother of two babies. I have two sons.
Okay.
So I understand it will require lots of patience, lots of support,
Right.
okay, especially from your family, partner, friends. But
Right.
you need to prepare yourself for it
Got
mentally.
it.
Then you'll be able to do it. Yes,
Right.
Shraddha?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree with you, doctor. And I think we're very excited to have an expert like yourself come and say this to our audience and our pregnant women. I think that is the comfort we have that we're getting this from an expert as well. And the kind of questions I can already see coming are very similar to what I think you've already wanting to cover. So I think I'll get to it. This is a breastfeeding week, and we're very excited to share as much information as we can get out there for our new moms, pregnant women, and the ones who are maybe even having a second baby. But the world has
Yeah,
changed from their first baby to now.
yeah.
Always a lot more developments. So let's get to it. I think my very first important question is that what is the number one issue that you feel that women land up in if they are not prepared? What is the most common issue you find in relation to lactation or post pregnancy or whatever that you come to help with? Yeah.
Yeah. So, the post-delivery, when they're in hospital, they get that all this lactation support, nurses
Yeah.
support. But once they reach home, it's very difficult for a mother to hold the baby and get on the right latch.
Okay.
Okay, so right latching means holding over the breast.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
once the baby is not able to latch on over the breast properly, mother will end up into painful breastfeeding. Okay,
Okay.
so once
Okay.
the pain will start and nipple area is very sensitive. So once
Right.
the baby will start suckling on the nipple area, not able to do the right way,
Right.
what's the common thing? Mother will come to me, she'll say, I am sitting for 2 hours, my feeding is painful, and still my baby is hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am very scared to go for the next feeding session because it will give me pain further.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
That's true.
so we
That's
need
true.
to understand. See, breastfeeding is not painful. We need to go for the right track. If
Yeah.
mama, you are feeling lots of pain while breastfeeding, your
Right.
baby is hungry,
Right.
howling, creating stress at home,
Right.
and
Right.
everybody at family, it's not even mother
It's
thing.
very
Mother is
stressful.
also
Yeah. Yeah.
recovering.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
stressful.
because mother
Yeah.
is also recovering, and
Yeah.
she has got the family support, but
Yeah.
they are not able to learn the right technique.
Got it.
Okay, so
Got
that's
it.
basically the latch issue. Fine.
Got
To
it.
work on the latch issue, believe me, it will become very easy. Your baby will be able to feed from 360-degree angle. There's such no position required, nothing required.
Yeah,
It's just the
yeah.
mama and that breast. Okay,
That's
that and the
it.
baby. Yeah.
Yes,
So it will
yes,
become very easy. So I would
yes.
say, in case you're facing that pain while breastfeeding,
Hmm.
come forward, right? Learn the right technique, right
Good.
positioning, right latch, and
Okay.
then enjoy this journey of breastfeeding. Yes.
Yes, yes. I think you're rightly putting it. It's simple, but it's technical. I think come and take
Yes.
an expert's help. So though it's
Mhm.
very simple, at the end of the day, it's the most natural thing. But if there is a
Mhm.
technicality that can help you, then please come and learn the technicality, and then I think it
Yes.
becomes easy for the baby. And I think the
Yes.
most important is stress free.
Yes.
Remembering my journey of my.
And one more thing. When the mother is recovering after delivery,
Yes.
she has n number of queries. What will happen? I am feeding. If somebody is looking at me, she get conscious.
Sure,
So
sure, sure.
point is, mother needs to sit in comfortable environment. She
Right.
needs to talk to her partner a lot. Then
Perfect.
it will happen in the right way. This
Very
is a
important.
teamwork. This
Very
is
important.
teamwork. Then only
Yes,
it will work.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I think we have a question if we can take this now. It's from Shilpa. She's saying that do you recommend using a breast pump after delivery during the 2 days at the hospital? If so, why is this
Okay.
done? In the
Okay.
hospital also.
See, initial 3 days, milk quantity comes in. Basically, the milk comes in very less quantity. It is called colostrum, the first milk, and it comes like a watery thing. It may be of yellow color, orange color, but it comes in very less quantity. You know what happens if a mother start using pumps so early? Okay, not I'm not talking about in the cases where babies has gone to NICU. Okay, under observation. So then anyway the best friend is pump. Okay, but
Yeah.
point is when the baby is there with you and then you are considering using pump, I recommend initial 3 days. Mom start feeling okay. I am producing this much only with pump.
Okay.
My breast is having this much milk only. Okay,
Okay.
so initial 3 days supply is very less.
Okay.
Okay, that is colostrum, and your baby tummy size is also very less, like hardly 10 ml.
Yes.
Okay, so I would suggest initial 3 days, if possible, go for maximum skin to skin contact, maximum go for direct breastfeeding rather than using going for pump. So pumping and all we can recommend when the baby has gone to NICU, when mother is critically ill, mother is in also in under observation, when mother and baby cannot be together.
Okay.
On those particular cases, we recommend pumping so soon.
Okay.
Otherwise, we wait for this, 6 weeks, the initial
Okay.
that 40 days that we
Yeah.
say that preparing for
Yeah.
recovery. This
Yeah.
is the time for bonding and setting down things. So
Okay.
we'll wait for some time for
Okay.
basically to start pump.
Okay. So Shilpa, I hope that answers for you. If not, you can definitely reach Dr. Deepika, and all her details will be there on the post after this, immediately after this. So please reach out to her anytime you want. She's most happy. So then I think just going on the same the then oh,
Okay.
you're most welcome, Shilpa. Okay, she's saying thank you. And so
Okay.
if it was low, you're saying at least 40 days the correct time to watch out and wait and give it some time till
Yeah.
40 days.
I met one mom
How to manage.
and so today I met one mother and she said, I don't want to go ahead with the direct breastfeeding. I just want to go for exclusive pumping so
Okay.
that my baby can have my milk, but
Yeah.
I don't want to go for direct breastfeeding. It's the mother choice.
Yeah.
Totally, we should respect that decision.
Yes.
Okay, if she wants to go for exclusive pumping, she can consider that.
Yeah.
Or now, like for example, her baby is 1 month old. So
Yeah.
I guided her, okay, you can go for exclusive breast pumping, but you have to have that commitment to yourself that every 2 hourly, every 3 hourly, you have to use pump.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your supply will go down because breastfeeding works on the principle of demand and supply.
Right.
You know, if we
Right.
don't give enough demand, automatically within 72 hours,
Okay. It
supply
will.
goes down.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how do they manage these engorged breasts, doctor? If that's something you can help with.
Okay. So engorgement means what? It's basically, for example, let's take a balloon, okay? And in that we fill up all the water. The balloon becomes tight all over, okay? Now, this happened, the engorgement means breast get filled with milk. Okay, in two cases, one, the mother didn't feed her baby on the right time, she took a longer gap, or maybe baby was sleeping for 5-6 hours, and then breast become heavy, and that's called engorgement.
Okay.
Otherwise, after delivery, on fourth or the fifth day, it's hormonal thing.
Yeah.
Lots of milk will come in, and
Okay.
then engorgement happens. So with engorged breast, it becomes very hard,
Hard.
tight, like this. It becomes very hard. Okay,
Okay.
now what happens? Babies know sometimes they refuse to suckle over the hard breast.
Okay.
Because we cannot
It's
suckle
not.
over the hard breast. We
Yeah.
need that soft thing. Okay, so how to manage this engorgement? Usually it happens in the fourth or the fifth day.
Okay.
After that, it resolves. Okay,
Okay.
so if it happens, mommy, so what you need to do, apply hot bath, slight moist heat type of thing over the breast, massage the breast without applying anything towards the nipple area, express some milk out, maybe with the hand or maybe with the pump, and then slightly express, not much. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can feed the baby
Okay.
on the
Get the
soft
get
breast.
the flow going again, and then you
Yes,
can
yes,
let the thing, and then the baby
yes,
can do the rest, obviously, because then
yes.
it softens up and you can
Then
do that.
fourth,
Yeah.
fifth day onwards, it becomes kind of demand and supply
Got
as
it.
much as baby suckling, and the demand is supply
Demand.
is there.
Got it. So again, a question that can I feed with flat or inverted nipples? How I've heard this a couple of times. How do you manage that?
See, I suggest new mommies or the pregnant moms, okay, do visit a lactation consultant or do visit to a gynecologist, especially for the breast consultation, okay, and just check if your nipples are inverted or the nipples are flat, okay, because see, breastfeeding is very much possible with flat nipple as well as the inverted nipple. But if we do the right intervention at right time, okay, maybe 34 weeks, 32 weeks onwards in pregnancy, if
Right.
I know that nipples are flat, so I'll tell mother right technique, how to pull it out,
Got
how to
it.
go further.
Got
Okay.
it.
In case it's not possible, what are the helping hands we can consider? So her mental preparation is there. So it's kind of exam.
Right.
So preparation has been done. Now we have to just give exam, right?
Give
So
exam.
and it depends on many factors also, like how the baby is suckling over the breast. Okay. So it depends on many factors. So she can use nipple sheet, and there are many things which she can use
Okay.
over
Okay.
the breast.
Okay, okay. So is it more painful if it is inverted? Is there something like they get? I don't think they have enough information out there. That is it. Like they are even afraid to even try it. That's what we get to hear sometimes. Is it painful? More painful for the
It's
moms? No. Okay.
no, it's
Okay.
not at all. It's not. I
Okay.
have seen babies who suckle on the flat nipples also.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
nipple, mommies, listen this carefully. Nipple is just a passage. Baby has to suckle over the brown part, that's the areola, then milk will flow. On the nipple, if it's there, flat, inverted, sometimes it does not matter. But if it is creating problem while breastfeeding, there are things which we can use for breastfeeding.
Okay.
But breastfeeding is possible. We need to find out which suits you. Okay, that way.
Okay, got it. So, ma'am, we'll take another question. She's saying, "Hi, Deepika, ma'am. How many times should we feed baby once we start weaning? That is post 6 months, a breastfed baby. Yeah,
Okay,
breastfeeding of the
so
baby.
yeah. So this would be surprise to know number of breastfeeding will remain the same. You know, yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
because the breast, why we start solid food after 6 months? Because your baby needs more calories, more nutrition. But the basic requirement is from breastfeeding only. So till 1 year, it will be same only. So don't be surprised that I have started solid food. Still, my baby wants the breast because that's important. Okay, and your baby needs the basic thing. So it will continue the same way.
Okay.
It's till 1 year.
Okay. So I hope that answers your question. I think she'll be very upset to know that she has to still continue that, but I wish you the best, Surbi. So what's the time gap between meals and feeding? She's asking,
So,
Surbi.
see, it depends on, for example, if you want to start the solid food from 7 months. So, what is the recommendation? One meal, rest is breastfeeding. 8 month onward, one meal, one snack. 9 month onwards, two meal, one snack. So, slowly, gradually, we keep on adding meals and snacks. So, by 12th month, it will be three meals. 2 snacks. So in between, breastfeeding will be there.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
I hope
For
that
example, you have
addresses.
fed the, for example, you have fed the baby at 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
Maybe 11:30 or 12, you can breastfeed your baby like that.
Got it. Got it. So I hope
And
that
sometimes,
addresses you.
yeah, once, and sometimes no, babies are just thirsty. They just want that comfort and they just want to suckle for 5 minutes and that's it. Just give a minute.
Yeah. No problem. Okay, she also says thank you very much. You're most welcome, Surbhi. If you have any questions, please reach out to Dr. Deepika. I think it will be very, very helpful. Okay, I'm just going to go to this question. Very interesting, very interesting. I recently heard this that I want to breastfeed my adopted baby. So can I breastfeed my adopted baby? And anything on that if you can add?
See, it's a new thing for many moms who are planning to have baby via surrogacy or via adoption, okay? Or maybe they have just maybe or basically adoption, okay? Yes, it is possible if we do the right intervention at right time. Believe me, there are few moms, they are exclusively breastfeeding their adopted baby. They are biological mother and but they have conceived via surrogacy, but they are able to breastfeed their baby. So point is, ask your gynecologist, meet a good lactation consultant. We can help you in this. And at least, so see, it's a very emotional thing, right? Once, for example, if a mother is not able to conceive, or she has chosen a path of via adoption, okay, or via surrogacy, point is, if she can still start breastfeeding journey, yes, it is possible. So I would say out of 100 moms, 70% of the moms, they are able to feed their baby. If not full, maybe at least 50 to
Wow.
70% they are able to breastfeed. Yeah, so it's there.
Wow. Lovely.
It's very much possible, but
I think it's just
intervention
the
at right
emotional.
time.
It's a, yeah, it's
So
a very emotional
intervention is
connect.
required at the right time. That is important. Okay, because recently one mother has delivered twin babies after surrogacy, and after 10 year of after 10, her eldest son is 10 years, but she could not conceive again, so she considered surrogacy, and she approached me. And this mother with twin babies, she is able to breastfeed, and once she was in labor room, the surrogate mother, and the moment birthing process happened, the babies were there, the breast milk was there to help them. So it
Wow.
is there. Yeah.
Wow, that is just
So
fantastic. That's fantastic, really. My God.
the right time intervention, that is the only thing, and lots of patience.
Lot of patience. Yes, yes, definitely.
Yes.
I think it's such an emotional bond. You have to wait for it to connect and then feel it from both and that to twins. Oh my God. Okay. So I have stopped breastfeeding 1 month back, but I want to start it again. Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible. See, and just now I've discussed for the mother who has adopted her baby.
Yeah.
For the this mom who has stopped breastfeeding, sometimes moms at the age of 3 months or 4 months, they sometimes when they discuss with friends, families, I have fed my baby for this long, I have fed my baby for this long, and sometimes they do lots of Google. Okay, so sometimes mommy, they start feeling guilty
Yeah.
that why did I stop?
Yeah.
I want to breastfeed. I should breastfeed. That's my baby's right. Okay. So that is possible. Definitely possible. Okay. So point is again, lots of patience, lots of discipline, commitment.
Yeah.
These things required, and the mama is able to do better. Because in a fourth month, sometime mommies come. I have fifth month. She came to me and she said, "Mom, doctor, I can now. I'm feeling I want to breastfeed again. For my work thing, I went to some abroad or somewhere. She told to me like that. And it was a telephonic consultation from, I think, Canada. And she said to me, but I want to start again. Is it possible? So we worked hard with her and it was possible. So at least 15 to 20 days, you have to give it to yourself to
Okay.
take a final call. So
Okay.
within 15 to 20 days, we see the results.
Okay. And you could do this, doctor, you could help somebody overseas through just a conference, like through teleconferences?
Yes.
wow,
Yes,
fantastic.
yes.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
basically guide the mom, give her the patience, tell her how to manage herself, right? You give her that knowledge
Yes.
and that holding hand you do supply, provide,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
amazing. I think that's the
You
partnership
know,
we always look for when we're
yeah,
new
yeah.
moms. Yeah, definitely. We're so
You
lost
know,
at that time.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes, mommies come to me, they say, I have, my baby is now 11-year-old and I have conceived now and have just forgotten about everything. And I could not breastfeed my first child because there that time there were no lactation consultant, or even I was not aware about the term lactation consultant.
Yeah,
Okay, and this time they do
you
wonders,
would.
they and they sometimes feel, oh, I did it, that's
Yeah.
a complete satisfaction for me
Yeah.
also and for the
Yeah.
mommy also, you know.
Definitely, definitely. And I think one question we have is that if I have a C-section, will that affect my supply of milk? And as compared to, let's say, you have a natural birth, does that help in any way? So, is there a comparison there, or is that indifferent? Like,
Okay,
what's that?
see, I'll take it like this. For example, your breast is ready for lactation. Okay. A mommy, by chance, if she delivers at 28th week of pregnancy, she will be lactate. She will be able to breastfeed her baby. I'm
Okay.
talking about 28th week onwards, right?
Okay.
Now, mode of delivery does not matter.
Okay.
Okay, because it is all hormonal thing. Everything is ready. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes some medical conditions are there, kind of, for example, thyroid or the diabetes.
Got
It
it.
might take some time to produce milk, but mode of delivery, either normal delivery, natural birth, or the C-section,
Okay.
colostrum will be there. Okay,
Okay.
and we have seen sometimes moms they start producing colostrum in the last trimester also, like 8 months, 9 months. They are producing that. So it is not related with the mode of delivery because it is all hormonal thing. The moment baby comes out, hormone
Yeah.
change, and the
Yeah.
production starts. So
Okay.
don't think like that, Mama, if you have delivered by C-section, cesarean, and you won't be able to produce. No, that's just a myth.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. That's very kind because if I'm not wrong, I think people still ask us. In fact, we have these questions, and I think that's one of your questions as well, which you've addressed. Is that? So I think there is a myth out there, very very strong one, that in fact, if you have a C-section, the first thing that will get affected is it's almost artificial. And if you, so can I ask you, if you induce labor, does that affect your supply or your?
No, it
Not
will
really.
not affect. But
Okay.
see, breastfeeding is altogether different thing.
Okay.
So, what is required is the enough stimulation. Okay, for example, mother has delivered by a C-section. Okay, why it comes to mind that maybe I did not produce well after C-section. So once mama is there after C-section and the baby has been shifted to NICU.
Okay.
Okay, so that initial stimulation, that initial suckling reflex, the initial that suckling stimulation to the breast will be missing.
Okay.
Okay, so then those particular cases, there are chances ki mother will take time to produce milk,
Okay.
but definitely milk production will be there.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
out of 100, 2% of the moms will be there who are having surgical complication or the breast complication where they are not able to produce as well as to feed the baby.
Right.
That's a altogether different thing. So initial stimulation, initial demand is important.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you miss that demand, then there are chances that mother tend to produce less of thing, but
Okay.
it will be there.
Okay, very, very fair. I think that's very important. I think we get nervous about making those decisions very much connected to things that we don't even understand. We start making decisions based on things we don't even know the full story about. I think new moms definitely need to know the full story before worrying about taking a call for a C-sec or versus voluntarily going in for
Mhm.
a natural birth and whichever way. And I think there's a lot of fear in terms of understanding that if I think this fear that once I stop or I give a bottle to my baby, that's it. That becomes convenient for the baby, and they just never come back to the breast. So, how much is that of your experience, or a hassle you feel that we can avoid, or how can we help that?
Okay. See what happens. We introduce bottle so soon, maybe after second day of the birth or the third day of the birth. So your baby does not know like what is the so bottle is an easy feeding, right?
Yeah.
And the breast is have to work hard to get milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if 1%, if the mother want to introduce bottle for n number of reason, so we suggest at least wait for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Till the breastfeeding might have established,
Okay.
and baby will understand difference between the breastfeeding as well as the bottle feeding. Okay.
Got it.
And bottle, whenever you're choosing a bottle, no, choose a breastfeeding friendly bottle, which
Got
works on
it.
the breastfeeding principle. So
Got
don't
it.
go for the easy flow bottles and all. But initial 6 weeks, I will not recommend any bottle because that will spoil the relation. So
Got
then
it.
it's very difficult for baby to get back to breast because they just
Okay.
want that easy feed. Baby knows the moment
Yeah.
I'll cry, the mother will give me a bottle. So we don't
Yeah.
recommend that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. No, I'm just thinking that if it's easy for the baby, it's easy for mama also. I definitely wanted to jump to that solution. I was like, just give me the bottle. More than the baby, give me the bottle. I just want to give the baby the bottle. Okay. Yeah. So there's one. Okay, because all our audience across the globe can connect with Doctor for Lactation Help. Yes, please, definitely. I think she's getting a lot of DMs, I believe, from the back she's writing. Okay, fine. Yes, so she's saying, she said, yes, you can please contact. Okay, doctor, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Dude, if there's anything else you want to add, please just leave. Just tell us if you want to add anything, but otherwise we're done.
So I would just like to say this thing that if breastfeeding is your baby's right, okay, and in case I would say it will require lots of patience because that's a called motherhood. So motherhood means lots of patience, sacrifice. Okay, your sleep will go for at least for 3 months. You won't be able to sleep well, but
Yeah.
after all, it's worth. Okay, there are n number of benefits for the best breast milk. Okay, as well as the benefit to your mama also.
Yeah.
So I would say let's give it a try, okay, and ask for right support, work as a team, and definitely you'll be able to sail through this journey.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think very well put, very well said. Thank you. I think it's basically a team effort, and I think if you have the correct support and the environment and the luxury of being patient with the child, I think that's
Yes, yes,
definitely what women will definitely. I don't think any woman would voluntarily say, "Okay, I don't want to breastfeed." I mean, their choice completely. But I'm saying, if given a choice, at least they'll start, and if it's easy, made
yeah,
easy for them,
yeah,
maybe they'll
yeah.
stick on to
And,
it. Like, yeah.
and one more thing I would like to say, never judge your supply, never compare your supply with anybody. Every mom is different, every baby is different, okay? Always sit in comfortable environment, always wear comfortable clothing. Because I have seen mommies say, like at the time of feeding, they become very conscious, sometimes putting up hair. So wear comfortable clothing, that will also help. Sit in a comfortable room, okay?
Yes.
I think then it will become very easy once you learn the right technique, posture, everything should be just comfortable to you. Then you'll be able to do it. Yeah?
I'm so glad you talk about the comfort so much because we are so big at Mama Couture on comfort. Our entire range is about clothing comfort for nursing moms. We have this thing called hands-free nursing. Doctor,
Okay.
when I was a mom, the biggest issue I felt was this, that people don't understand who made these nursing clothes. They constantly give you a button, तो एक हाथ में बच्चा फिर बटन भी लगा रहे हो, फिर different kinds of button, कोई hook वाला है, कुछ ring वाला है, then you have a tie up. आप एक हाथ में बच्चा है तो आप tie कैसे करोगे एक हाथ से, and then
No.
या तो zip है. There's no zip that goes up with one hand. So my
Yeah.
point is that we developed a hands-free nursing, just that it's a lift and a feed. And I'm so
Yes.
glad that you talk about that because that's our basic premise of just being comfortable and taking your
Yes.
journey very very smoothly as much as you can. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. So we'll
That
close at that. Yes, thank you so much, and we have
sure.
so much to learn from you. Thank you. So I'm sure our audience has
Okay.
got a good feedback today. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. See
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. Bye.